This season, this summer, we have 2 musicals in development as part of our Festival of New Musicals. And we have a history with both sets of writers. Sean Michael Flowers, who is one of our resident artists, who has been involved with our workshops for many, many years, and we've workshopped 2 of his previous musicals. This new piece that he's collaborating with Marya Cordes, who's an artist in our region, has directed for us, has been on stage with us, has directed workshops for us. She is now his writing partner on this new show called Guarding Gold Street, which is really, again, it's about a family dealing with an aging parent.
So many Americans today are dealing with being the sandwich generation, where they're taking care of their children, but they're also taking care of their parents. And what that does to them and what that does to the family unit is sort of at the heart of our story. So the matriarch of the family, who is Nan, is dealing with a debilitating disease. And so she is getting to a place where her eldest daughter has to take care of her, or she will have to go into some sort of assisted living situation. So that's the core of the story. What happens to a family when ill health starts to decay the family structure?
It's very touching, it's funny, and enlightening, and allows us to sort of take a musical view of sort of a slice of life.
As I have watched my family take care of my grandma who's passed, and currently, taking care of my other set of grandparents, you watch the family dynamic change. Wow, goes right there.
It does, yeah.
Our second piece, The Noteworthy Life of Howard Barnes, by Michael Kooman and Chris Dimond.
Our main character, Howard Barnes, wakes up one day and his life has become a musical. And he's on a quest to get out of the musical. He does not like musicals. And hilarity ensues.
No, but today is a new day. Howard Wild and the birds are tweeting as the butterflies.
It's a great chance for us to sort of pay homage to the musical theater form, and to kind of poke fun at the sillier aspects of the art form, and also to really kind of hopefully dig into what makes musical theater worthwhile.
I think audiences will have a great time with it, particularly if they follow musical comedy at all. Someone's always being lampooned in this piece.
The musical theater workshop experience here at the Race is one of these priceless sort of gifts. This opportunity for us allows us to hear the material every day, the new material, and trying it out and get this feedback from a director and a great group of professional actors.
It's thrilling to see what's been in your head for so long come to life, right in front of your eyes, and to have the chance to just truly play. I mean, there's really no better word for it than playing, get to throw out ideas, get to get feedback from the whole team, the actors, the director, everybody in the room, gets a chance to contribute. And that's sort of what's most fun about this art form, is that it's so collaborative.
You're able to get it on its feet and see if A is better or B is better or C is better instead of D. I feel like I'm at the eye doctor now. A or B, B or C. No.
This development process is incredibly valuable to the writers because it allows them to hear it, go away and write it, hear it, get audience response, and that's the key element, obviously, in all of this, is adding an audience to the mix.
Anytime you get to hear a new work in front of an audience, it's really a critical part of the process, particularly with a show like the one we're working on now, The Noteworthy Life of Howard Barnes, which is a comedy. It's really, really informative to see the piece up on its feet and to hear it in front of an audience, to be able to watch the audience and kind of gather the feedback you get immediately from them by being able to see how they react to the show, and then also to have the conversation with the audience afterwards.
I believe that we have developed an audience that has become incredibly savvy when it comes to seeing new works. And I hear that from writers who come in here and have the talkbacks with the audience, because the type of responses they're getting here in Dayton are very different when they get in other parts of the country. It's a very smart audience here.
I'm excited to put the piece out there, but I'm excited for the audience to be able to respond in whatever way that they do. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's one of the hardest things about being a writer. It's not mine to decide. Like, at the end of the day, the world's going to decide. So it's kind of nice to just put out there and see what sticks, see what lands.
Many of our shows that have started in workshop have moved on to the main stage. And I think audience members can look at that and say, I saw that when. Or, you know, they become much more invested in that. They get to know the writers, they get to know the people involved. And I think that just makes it a stronger community. And I believe that's what we have created, is a community of very like-minded individuals who look at the pieces of theater that we do and become involved, that like to see how those pieces progress. And they know that their feedback has been part of that process.
This experience is, it's priceless, really.
It's a unique opportunity to participate in the process of developing a musical.
I think that anybody that likes to know what's going on in theater wants to be on the ground floor of something. And I think that's part of the excitement, is to see these shows while they're being freshly developed. And you can feedback and you can actually talk to the writers. And you know that your comments are going to be taken into consideration, and they may make changes accordingly. And as those shows then go on, and whether it's produced here or whether you see it off Broadway or on Broadway or in some other theater, you can say, I saw that first in Dayton, Ohio.